In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we worked with Richmond Vale Academy to co-develop 100 backyard gardens. So we worked with persons in several different communities such as Chateaubelair, Trumaka, Petit Bordal, Rosebank, Rose Hall, etc. So initially the project started in 2020 and we decided to work with 100 families. So within that 100 families, we did surveys as well as interviews. In August 2021, trained persons in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to collect data. The reason why we did this is because we really wanted to build capacity within the country. After persons were recruited for data collection, participants were also recruited and we started the intervention in September 2021. The intervention went on for 1 year, so it ended in September 2022. And what we did was recruit persons within 2 phases. So the first phase started in September 2021 and the second phase started in March 2022. The interviews as well as the surveys, we would have used pre-validated and developed tools that will fit to be used within the Caribbean, but specifically within St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So the intervention included everything, all the materials such as seedlings, seeds, bamboo logs, compost, all of the materials needed to organically build backyard gardens. There were 177 adults as expected. Most were female, so this was 2/3 of the population. And we found that more than 2/3 were within large families.
We have created a lot of home gardens for a lot of home gardeners. We have given them the opportunity to create organic food, to go about receiving organic knowledge on how to create organic food. We have given them access to booklets, to different knowledgeable resources to help them move on without our aid after we finish making the gardens for them.
The results of phase 1 was unexpected. We saw that over time, food insecurity did increase. However, we did not consider the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic as well as the Le Soufrière eruption, which would have devastated persons in terms of their backyard gardens, destroyed crops, as well as loss of animals. For phase 2, however, we did see an increase in food security, and this, we think, is due to the fact that the persons who would have been recruited for phase 2, they would have been recruited a lot after Le Soufrière erupted. Dietary diversity is basically the amount of food groups that persons consume. The Food and Agriculture Organization groups 10 different food groups. However, the intervention only impacted 6 of the 10 food groups. So these included dark leafy fruits and vegetables, vitamin A rich fruits and vegetables, and other fruits and other vegetables.
I'm doing the organic garden. Before I started the organic garden, I tried to plant watermelon and I couldn't get them grow. They would reach halfway and then they would dry up. So I told the guys about it and they said, okay. After they did the bed, we did the bed and I started planting the watermelon. Oh Lord, I grew some lovely, lovely watermelons. I was so proud of myself. I was able to give to the church, to the neighbors, and eat so much. I was so happy.
For both phases, we did see an increase with the dietary diversity, which means that the intervention would have positively impacted what persons were eating. So from the interviews, we found that persons spoke a lot about barriers and facilitators of backyard gardening. One of the major barriers that we found also was the increase in pests, which was seen after the Le Soufrière eruption, as well as theft.
I am a farmer and I have a garden since 2017. It is operational until today, and at present I am promoting permaculture. I have a program doing at the prison facility, and we've been doing a lot of good stuff up there.
Most of the participants stated that one of the major facilitators to backyard gardening was the support or assistance needed, not only from the government and not only from the NGOs, but from families and friends. And because of the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and all the social distancing and physical distancing, this was confined. So based on the experience with this intervention, we have a couple of recommendations. to the first recommendation due to the fact that we saw a lot of positives, and that was primarily based on the increase in dietary diversity. We do want to expand the backyard gardens. One of the most important takeaways from this project is the fact that even though persons are growing their own food, it does take some time before harvesting. So if this intervention is to occur again on a larger scale, we do think that persons should be provided the food aid or food assistance that they need during the time that they are planting to harvesting. Every single person do deserve or should be privy to having their own backyard gardens, being able to go within their own communities or behind their homes and pick fruits and vegetables that they could consume.